Good morning to one and all. Today's topic is braking system and skid resistance. Why? Because this braking system and skid resistance are two important conditions for a particular vehicle. So that we need to have some quantity of knowledge on this braking system and this skid resistance of a vehicle. In this first, we have to discuss this braking system and what kind of speeds we need to maintain for a particular vehicles. We are having different types of vehicles like PCUs, normal PCU passenger car units we are having, like pedestrian vehicles, animal drawn vehicles, and long vehicles. For all of those different kinds of vehicles, what are the different braking systems we have to maintain? All those values are prescribed as per IRC. First, we have to discuss about this importance of safety against this braking system. The safe stopping distance is the distance traveled during the perception and reaction time and the distance required to stop the vehicle after the brakes applied. In this particular sentence, we are having the stopping side distance, that means SSD. Whenever we observe a particular vehicle on our traveling path, so that we have to know, that means we need some quantity of knowledge the above vehicle is moving it with how much amount of speed, so that it is safe or not to taking a overtaking. All those conditions we need to know whenever we are traveling on those kinds of roads, so that if the front going vehicle is suddenly stops, automatically we need to apply our brakes. Those conditions will be understand whenever we have a particular quantity of knowledge on this safe stopping state, so that we have to apply. If there are any emergency conditions, we need to apply our brakes, so that at which distance the brakes will have to apply, so that all those are totally depends upon this stopping sight distance, that means the minimum distance between two vehicles. And next one, perception and reaction time, that means perceptions and reaction means the total mindset of a particular driver whenever we are having different quantities of vehicles, so that vehicle to vehicle we are having weight variation. Normally lorries, those are having huge quantity of volume, and cars having one quantity of volume, and bikes having one quantity of volume, so that those volumes are totally related to these mass and velocities. Why? Because if we apply a particular amount of brake, automatically our vehicle will not stop. Why? Because the vehicle is associated with some quantity of weight, so that weight is directly proportional to this mass and accelerations, so that after traveling a particular quantity of speed, automatically our vehicle will stops. This is due to this gravity, accelerations, and mass. All those are related one to one. It means the total quantity is having some amount of relationship, so that due to those relations they will not stops at a particular points. We need to know what is the safe distance we, to apply a particular brake, so that the total braking system will related with this stopping side distance, perception, reaction time. That means reaction time means automatically we have to react whenever we observe a particular vehicle is stopped or is damaged or any other accident occurred on a particular place. We need to react with our vision, so that normally this braking distance having some formula which is related to d equal to distance and v square by 254f. That means d directly proportional to velocity of the vehicle. Velocity means normally different vehicles having different kinds of velocities. For two wheelers, the maximum velocity is 60 to 80 kilometers. For four wheelers, it will be more, means 120 and 150 kilometers new generation cars having. And after that we are having a friction factor. That means different tires we are using, so that different tires having different quantities of frictions. Those coefficient of friction also having much importance whenever we are dealing on those braking system. That means this braking system is directly proportional to this velocity of the vehicle and indirectly proportional to the friction. The braking character of a vehicle influence the skidding of the vehicle. That means whenever we have apply a sudden brake to the vehicle, automatically due to those sudden brakes our vehicle skid. That means we are apply an external force with the help of these braking systems, so that the velocity of the vehicle is not మన యొక్క వెహికల్ అనేది సడన్గా వెలాసిటీ మొత్తం కూడా జీరో అవ్వదు. వెలాసిటీ మొత్తం కూడా మ్యాక్సిమం పాయింట్ నుంచి మనకి జీరో అవడానికి కొంత టైం అనేది పడుతుంది. ఆ టైం లోపల మన వెహికల్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ యొక్క వెలాసిటీతో మనకి కొంత దూరం అనేది ట్రావెల్ చేస్తుంది ఆఫ్టర్ ద అప్లికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద బ్రేక్స్. సో దట్ దట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ వీ విల్ కాల్ ఇట్ హ్యాజ్ ఏ స్కిడ్డింగ్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ వెహికల్స్ డ్యూ టు దోస్ ట్రావెలింగ్ velocity. Acceleration rate and governed by the vehicle transmission system, weight and horsepower. That means here we are they mentioned a particular two terms, weight and horsepower. Whenever we are apply a particular brake at a point, automatically our vehicle will not stop after going for a few time. That means it is 2 to 5 seconds, automatically it will stop due to this weight of the vehicle and horsepower of a system. That means horsepower also normally changes, 60 horsepower, 100 horsepower, 150 horsepower, likely depend upon our vehicular phenomena. That means whatever vehicle we are chosen, and the total friction also will have, the friction will entirely depends upon the quality of tires we are using. In our market also we are having different companies cars like Seat, Polo, SS, likely we are having different companies tires, so that we need to choose a better company. Why? Because our total vehicular lifespan is depends upon the these tires frictional resistance and skidding resistance, so that we need to choose a better one whenever we are buying. Next one, acceleration rate. This acceleration also, whenever, that means in the previous slide we have observed perception time and reaction time. Okay, this perception time and reaction time are totally depends upon this acceleration of a vehicle. That means acceleration equal to normally mass into acceleration, velocity equal to mass into acceleration. The particular vehicle is flowing with a quantity of velocity, automatically those velocity are directly proportional to this acceleration of the vehicle, so that different vehicles depending upon their volume, weight, having different acceleration rates. For a medium car, that means normally medium car means passenger car means all those cars having sufficient means an average volume, so that we are giving a medium passenger car having an acceleration rate of 3.8 kilometer per hour per second. After that we are having trucks and buses 1 to 4 kph per second. Likely these are the accelerations. Why? Because trucks and buses having more amount of weight. Due to those weight they will not travel as much speed compared to these cars having much amount of acceleration compared to these buses. Why? Because cars are some content of low volume they are having, and these trucks and buses having huge amount of volume and weight, so that these buses having less quantity of acceleration, cars having more amount of acceleration. Why? Because their size is less, so that size means directly proportional to this weight, so that size is directly proportional to weight means automatically this acceleration is high. నార్మల్గా మనకి కార్స్ అనేవి సైజులో బాగా తక్కువగా ఉంటాయి, సైజుకి మనకి వెయిట్కి రిలేషన్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఈ సైజు తగ్గడం వల్ల ఆటోమేటిక్గా వెహికల్ అనేది మనకి ఎక్కువ డిస్టెన్స్ అనేది ట్రావెల్ చేస్తుంది కంపేర్ టు దిస్ బస్సెస్కి మనకి కొంచెం వెయిట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది, సైజ్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి డ్యూ టు దిస్ ఎయిర్ రెసిస్టెన్స్, ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఫోర్సెస్, అదర్ యాక్సలరేషన్స్, buses will move under slow acceleration compared to these cars. Next one, deceleration rates. The maximum deceleration is related to the coefficient of friction between tire and a pavement. Force required for decelerate equal to F equal to mass into deceleration. Okay, deceleration means normally that is the force required for stopping a vehicle. This force required to stopping a vehicle also depends upon these mass and these deceleration values. Here F equal to force required to decelerate in newtons, and m equal to mass of a vehicle in terms of kilograms, and d equal to deceleration in terms of meter per seconds. So that d equal to F by m, force by mass. So that coefficient of friction equal to F equal to F by m into g. Why? Because simply here having d equal to, in the above formula we are having in this above formula equal to F equal to mass into deceleration. Directly mass in terms of kilograms, deceleration in terms of meter per second square. So that we need to calculate this frictional force with respect to this deceleration. So that F equal to total force by mass. So that mass is having some weight, so that we are converting those weight into newtons. Simply we have to multiply whenever we are converting kilograms to newtons. Simply we need to multiply those with g. That means mass is in sometimes we are having 5 kilos or 10 kilos, so that we need to convert those quantity of mass to newtons. Simply we need to multiply with this gravitation value. The gravity means 9.8, so that 9.82 we are having. So that those mass will be multiplied with 9.82, we will have to convert that value into newtons. So that normally force is lie in newtons. So that means force value మనకు నార్మల్గా న్యూటన్స్లో ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి we need to convert those mass in also in newtons. We will get this friction value F equal to this m small f, that means friction equal to force by this mass in terms of newtons. So the d equal to 9.81 f. Deceleration rates for different vehicles. Normally these buses having some amount of speed whenever they are traveling, and cars having some quantity of speed, and bikes having some quantity of speed as prescribed by these IRC rules. So that they need to travel in those speeds only, otherwise there will be no control on the vehicle. That means we are having some quantity of speed. Bikes are having some maximum quantity of 80 kilometers speed. If you exceed beyond that 80 kilometers, automatically whenever we are applying a brake on a suspicious position, automatically the bike will not get result in immediately. It will have to take some quantity of time for getting the brakes and other deviations, so that there may be chance of getting accidents likely. So that every vehicle having some quantity of braking system and comfortness. Here due to this deceleration rate also we are having some quantity of comfort and friction factors also directly proportional to this deceleration rate. Whenever this deceleration value is some quantity, so that we have to get some friction value. Comfortable to passenger, normally this deceleration is comfortable to passenger means the value should be 2.62. So that for that deceleration value, what is the friction required for a particular vehicle is 0.27. Normally the friction required for a vehicle is 0.15 as per IRC rules. If the deceleration value increases, automatically nowadays we are having a huge amount of speed. Why? Because we need to reduce the time. so that we are having these expressways of 120 kilometers per hour. So that we have to travel on those expressways, we have to increase our vehicular speed. Whenever we need to increase our vehicular speed, automatically this acceleration also increases, so that we need to increase our friction properties of our bikes or any other not bikes only, these cars and other traveling vehicles, so that we need to increase this friction value by simply increasing this declarations. For a comfortable to passenger means automatically the declaration value is 2.62 and friction value will lies 2.27. Undesirable but not alarming to the passenger 3.39 and friction value is 0.34. Undesirable means the persons will not having some quantity of these desirable properties. Whenever we are traveling on a particular buses, some of the people are feeling like a headache and simply they will get some warm things like that. Why? Because of those speeds are not sufficient to their mindsets. Simply they will feel some quantity of blindness and all of those. Due to those, they will get these warm things and headaches whenever they are traveling on a buses for first time or second time. That means if he facing a person is traveling for first time in cars or buses, simply due to those undesirable properties, he will face some quantity of headache and these warm things. Why? Because due to those declaration rates, their person's body is not sufficient for those declaration rate of a vehicle, so that simply he will feel headaches and warm things. That is the main phenomena. The value is 3.39 is not sufficient for a person's, automatically it will not give a comfortable thing. And next one we are having a 4.26 declaration rate. It is severe and uncomfortable to the passenger. That means uncomfortable, very severe. Those things will not be give a proper driving. The driver has to drive a vehicle for a long period of time, so that he have to take some quantity of rest between 2 to 3 hours on his journey, so that due to this kind of declarations he will not travel in a sufficient manner. Why? Because the declaration is very high, so that he will not be able to observe a vehicle, what is coming and what is going, and he will not having proper sight distance. Why? Because the total vehicle is moving with a huge amount of speed beyond 100 and 120, so that his vision is not pure on the road surface and front coming and back going vehicles, so that some amount of blurriness is going to his mind. Automatically it is some undesirable properties in his vision and severe headaches and other things he will observe. Why? Because of all those things are acting on his mindset. When the vehicle is traveling at a particular speed, suddenly allowed to move with a switch off or engine or putting a gear neutral and declaration is caused. That means in the proper this in this particular sentence we are having, the vehicle is simply moving with a particular speed on the vehicle. That means if the vehicle is going on a 60 or 80 kilometer speed, suddenly the driver switch off the engine. That means simply he off the engine, automatically the brakes and all those are not working in some cases. Normally we are observing some quantity of accidents are occurring on these hilly areas. Why? Because in the hilly areas some amount of vehicles are simply due to the slope they will coming easily. Why? Because their engine system and all are those working on those conditions. Some of the vehicles engine systems and others are not working when they are in switch off condition. That means the total vehicle is not in running position. Automatically the steering will not move sufficiently. They will face some quantity of accidents due to this engine off conditions, so that we have to focus our vehicle condition, is it sufficient or not to off our engine while we are in a traveling condition. Pulling the gear neutral and declaration is caused, so that all those factors having also some quantity of mass delineation. That means mass means automatically the vehicle is not in a position to move, so that some quantity of mass delineation will takes place, so that pp equal to pf plus par minus pi or minus pj. Those things we will discuss in the next slide. In this particular problem they directly given an example with a car, so that an ambassador car is traveling of a speed 60 kmph on a WBM road. That means here WBM means water bound macadam road in a good conditions. That means there is no irregularities, all road is very fair to move. Fair means is equal on all conditions. That means at 1 meter there is no any irregularities. The total surface is in good condition for moving the vehicles. Those conditions we will call it as a fair conditions. If the total layout of a particular road is not even, those conditions we will call as a unfair for traffics. And fair means simply the vehicle have to move. Unfair means there may be some desirable properties for moving of vehicles, so that the WBM road is totally in good conditions. Suddenly allowed to coast by switching off the engine, putting the gear in neutral. What is the declaration caused? That means declaration means change of speed. Okay, so those declaration we will mention with respect to dv by dt. That means decrease of velocity with respect to decrease of time. dv by dt normally equal to cv into a into v square by m plus f into z. Means f means frictional force, g is equal to acceleration due to gravity. Here cv we are having 0.39 kg per mm square, and a equal to 2.15 meter square. M equal to mass of the particular car 1365 kgs. For WBM roads, what is the friction means 0.025. So that we need to substitute all the values we are having, so that the cv value, a value and m value, all values you need to give. Why? Because we don't having some quantity of values. Whenever we are doing problems like this, they will have to give some quantity of these prescriptions, these cv values, a values and m values, and some quantity of graphs also. Previously in different cases I show a particular quantity of graphs. By using those graphs also we need to pursue some quantity of data, and we need to substitute in these problems, so that in our transportation engineering there is no such kind of graphs and problems are involved. Simply for your awareness, means for your design awareness, I am showing these kinds of problems, how they are related to this friction, how the bike speed is related to this pavement surface. All those things you need to know. Why? Because if you know, having some quantity of problems, those problems are having some quantity of these terms related to this friction and surface thickness. In this particular problem we are having the total weight of the vehicle. Why? Because the in the problem itself we are having mass value. That means mass means simply weight. Area also, that means area means simply the total tires are moving with a particular speed on the road surface. The total area equal to 2.15 meters square. All those are having some quantity of relation with respect to these frictional forces and velocity. Here dv by dt equal to normally cv into a into v square. cv equal to 0.39, a equal to 2.15, v equal to m by g 1365 by 60 by 3.6. So that we will get this 60 by 3.6 into 60 by 3.6 twice. Why? Because we are having v square term. Plus f into z. F equal to normally friction we are having 0.025, and next one is gravity 9.81. So that by multiplying all those terms we will get a declaration speed of 0.42 meter per second square. You have to understand, when a car is traveling with a particular speed, automatically he suddenly switch off his car and he draw down his engine and gears. What is the change of this declaration caused? Next thing we have to know what is skidding. Normally skidding means whenever we are moving with a huge amount of speed and we suddenly stopped at a particular point due to those force, simply we have to travel with a particular quantity of time. I will give a small amount of examples. Particularly in TV channels, we are simply observing these running races. Normally, these running races, particular the runner has to move a particular quantity of length in time, so that to simply start his journey from starting point to ending point. After the ending, he reaching the ending point, he will travel for a few amount of space. Why? Because his body is in motion, so that the motion will not be simply converting into zero. It will have to travel for a few amount of length. After that, the body will be taking into zero position. నార్మల్గా మనకు వెహికల్స్ అనేవి వెహికల్ రేసెస్లో కూడా మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఈ యొక్క రన్నింగ్ రేస్లో కూడా మనం ఈ యొక్క రన్నర్స్ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. రన్నర్స్ కూడా మనకి స్టార్టింగ్ పొజిషన్ నుంచి ఎండింగ్ పొజిషన్ వరకు ట్రావెల్ అవ్వాలంటే ఒక స్పీడ్తో ట్రావెల్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ దే విల్ నాట్ స్టాప్ ఎట్ అ పర్టికులర్ స్టాపింగ్ పాయింట్. వై? బికాస్ దేర్ బాడీ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ఏ particular motion, so that they need to decrease their body motion by simply moving with some distance. After that, simply his body will constant. We have to observe and we need to understand those quantity of knowledge with our subject. We need to interrelate, which result to skidding. That means whenever we are stopping our vehicle at a particular distance with a sudden quantity of brakes applying, automatically our vehicle has to skid. Why? Because the force is directly not converting into a zero position. Simply he will draw from higher point to lower point in a particular duration, so that those duration is helping here for skidding of a vehicle. When a driver is moving at a speed, applies the vehicle brake suddenly, stability of vehicle is the friction that develops in the tires and interface. That means మనకి వెహికల్ అనేది సడన్గా ఆయన స్టాప్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే, ఆ స్టాప్ చేసినప్పుడు మనకి వెహికల్ అనేది మోషన్లో ఉంటుంది. ఆ మోషన్లో ఉన్న వెహికల్ మొత్తం కూడా దట్ మీన్స్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ స్పీడ్ అప్లికేషన్ పాయింట్ టు సమ్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ లైన్ ఆర్ లెంత్, సో దట్ ద వెహికల్ విల్ having some quantity of developing friction between this interface, means the road having some quantity of interface of connection with this tire. That is the total phenomena about the skidding. The skidding is mainly occurs due to the sudden application of a brake on a road surface. We need to apply a brake with a proper interval of time by observing the stopping side distances and other conditions. If the friction that can be mobilized is greater than the declaration force, the vehicle comes safe halt. If the pavement is wet, the friction developed is much smaller than the declaration force. In USA, skid resistance is denoted by skid number, which is 100 times the friction factor, where mu equal to alpha by z. Alpha equal to acceleration or declaration of the vehicle, and z is the acceleration of gravity. First of all, we have to know the first sentence. The friction can be mobilized is greater than the acceleration declaration force when the vehicle comes to safe halt. That means the vehicle is moving in a safe speed, Normally different vehicles are having different speeds of movements, so that the car is simply moving with a speed of 60 to 80 kilometers and suddenly applies a brake, automatically due to this system the vehicle will slow down at a particular point. Why? Because the car is moving in a speed that is prescribed by the company or this engine capacity, so that the simply he will stops at a point. If it is going beyond the speed, automatically there is no control on the vehicle to driver. The driver didn't control the particular vehicle. Why? Because it is in out of motion. If the pavement is wet, the friction developed is much smaller than the declaration force. Why? Because if the friction is high, automatically the vehicle will stops. If the friction is very low, there is no stopping of vehicle. Why? Because normally in our houses we are observing a different quantity of tiles. In this particular quantity of tiles, there is some huge amount of friction and less quantity of friction. Normally in bathrooms and other conditions we are using some high quantity of tiles. Why? Because those are having high amount of friction. Why? Because in bathrooms and other conditions daily those are in wet conditions. Normally these bathrooms and latrines we are using for the purpose of cleaning, so that the cleaning is involved with the water, so that the total tiles having some quantity of water, so that all those tiles are in wet conditions, so that those wet condition means automatically some less quantity of friction between our feet to tiles, so that we need to use some huge amount of friction tiles in bathrooms and other conditions. In our living areas, normally we are using some less quantity of friction compared to this bathrooms. Why? Because in the living area there is no wet conditions, always they are in dry conditions, so that those are associated with this dry condition and wet conditions. Likely in our roads also we are having different phenomena, particularly in rainy seasons the total roads are with water content. Why? Because due to this rainfall and other drainage problems, we have to face some quantity of water on the roads, so that we need to travel with less speed whenever we are having these wet conditions on the road. Why? Because in wetty areas there is less amount of friction between this tire and pavement, but in case of dry areas there may be high amount of friction. Why? Because dry means automatically the total surface, I will show, this is the total surface. In this particular surface we are having some quantity of irregular bodies, so that it is in dry condition. If it is wet condition means automatically total, these are the irregular bodies. The total irregular bodies I will show with another color, is filled with these water molecules, and they will create a flat surface, so that due to this unavailability of these irregularities, there is no proper bond between the tire surface and the pavement surface, so that there is no quantity of friction in wetty areas. Wet means normally water is available, so that water means WW, so that water availability means automatically wet condition. So that in the USA the skid resistance is denoted with this skid number, that means 100 times the friction factor. Why? Because in USAs and other total road surfaces are very smooth. Why? Because those total vehicles have to move in a very huge amount of speeds. Those speeds, those roads are designed with a huge quantity of speeds, so that if there is any wet, automatically there may be huge amount of skidding of vehicles, so that they are directly denoting this skidding with respect to 100 times the friction factors, mu equal to alpha by z. Alpha is the acceleration or declaration of a vehicle, z is the due to gravity. What are the factors mainly affecting the skidding? First major thing is the pavement. That means if the pavement is rough, automatically the vehicle will stop. If the pavement is smooth means the vehicle will have less amount of friction properties. and there may be some quantity of skidding. Next one we are having is the effect of water on the surface. In the previous case I have explained some quantity of example. That means if water is available means automatically there is no amount of friction. Why? Because the total force will absorb by the water molecules. So that due to this absorption of water molecules, always there may be some quantity of layer on the road surface. Due to this layer by layer, there may be less amount of friction on the roads. I will give another example. This is a normal layer we are having. After that, this is the another quantity of layer. Okay, this is the water layer, and this is the pavement layer. Due to this layer by layer, why? Because normally in the bottom surface we are having ground pavement. After the pavement we are having this water line. So that layer by layer means automatically there may be a chance of skidding. This is also another kind of phenomena. Next one is the speed. What speed we are moving, that means what amount of speed we are maintaining whenever there will be a traveling. So that speed has having some quantity of this frictional resistance. Next one, tire characteristics. In the starting point of our usage of our tire, that means whenever we are buying a particular tires to our vehicles, in the starting age there will be huge amount of friction. After year by year there may be some less amount of friction. Why? Because the total top layer will be eroded due to these traveling kilometers. So that we need to observe what is the time we are buying a particular quantity of tires. So that for each and every year we have to observe the top surface, is it erodable or not erodable, so that we have to replace after the lifespan of a particular tire. Otherwise we need to face huge amount of accidents, so that we have to spend those money to hospitals and doctors. We need to spend those money to our tires. We have to save those much amount of money, so that we need to observe our vehicle phenomena and characteristics. What is the engine condition, what is the tire properties, what is the braking conditions, all those things we have to observe whenever we are starting our vehicle. That means for a long journeys. Skid resistance value. Normally the skid resistance values will be, for different roads we are having different values. The resistance of skid to road surface is dependent upon the polished stone value. Means what are the materials used for a road construction, those are also having some quantity of this friction resistance. Why? Because some of the materials having huge amount of friction properties, some of the materials having a less quantity of friction. Due to those also this skid resistance will be having proportionality. Skid number, if it is less than 30, we need to take measures to correct. If it is greater than or equal to 30, acceptable for low volume road. 31 to 34, monitor pavement frequently. Greater than or equal to 35, acceptable for heavy travel roads. All those are the skid number for different layers. Normally for if it is a highway, automatically there may be a supervision engineer. What are the engineer has to observe what is the particular pavement surface, what is the skid resistance, is it suitable or not, is there any requirements of top lining. Lining means normally we are observing some quantity of jacketing technology is applying to the roads. Why? Because due to this less amount of frictions and pavement surfaces is not irregular. In some of the roads we are observing some simply there is some quantity of braking or these lines forming on the particular road. Automatically those lines will be filled with the tar. Why? Because if we delay, automatically those will expand small to large, so that we need to arrest those by lining proper jacketing with this tar and other things. These are the different values. Less than 30 means measure to correct. Means measures means simply we have to apply another coating line to the particular road. If it is less greater than or equal to 30, that means acceptable for low volume roads. That means normal village roads and other district roads. 31 to 34, monitor pavement frequently. That means we need to observe day by day what is the pavement condition, is it acceptable or not for vehicles. If it is greater than 35, automatically we have to accept the vehicles for flowing on the roads. Next one, measurement of skid resistance is also directly proportional to this polished stone value. It is directly given in the Bureau of British Standards 812 part 114. In this particular, this is not involved in our syllabus. We have to observe this is a value of an individual aggregate found by subjecting an aggregate to standard polishing process, then the testing of the aggregate with portable skid resistance tester. That means whatever the materials we are used for the construction of a particular pavement, we need to collect from the edge or middle surface of the road, and those collection samples we need to observe in our laboratories by simply taking these skid resistance test tests. That means the total aggregate will have to move on a particular machines for a n number of times. After n number of times, what is the factor, that means what is the condition of the particular aggregate, is it in a good position or bad position for the movement. All those things we have to observe by conducting these polished stone values. That means simply polishing means we have to go for some quantity of polishing, means simply we need to rub for a number of times. This is the some sample collectors on a particular road surface. That means simply the vehicle having some amount of polishing things. All those things, by using these equipments, we have to collect the samples on the road surface, and those samples will have to test on the laboratories. Stopping of test vehicle, braking the trailers traveled by the vehicle, braking of vehicle with the test wheel, and measuring side by force develops when placed on the installation of the side slips, portable laboratory test. All those are the different tests they are involved. First one is the stopping of test vehicle. Simply a vehicle have to move in different velocities, and he need to apply a sudden brake on the road. Is it what is the particular stopping distance? All those are in first one. Next one, braking of trailers traveled by vehicles. That means a different trail runs they have to do on the surface of the roads. Next one, braking of vehicle with test wheel. Different quantities of wheels with different friction factors they are using, and they will collect the data. Next one, measuring sideway force that develops when placed on a installation side clip. That means the vehicle has to move in the side paths of a road, so that what is the condition of the side path. Simply by application of huge amount of load on the side paths, what is the middle portion of the road having. That means whenever we are moving on the edge, means automatically there may be some stresses and strains formed on the middle surface of the road. Already you have learnt a few things in engineering mechanics. Whenever we are applying forces on different parts of the body has to go for different deformations due to this stress strain developments in the internal parts of your body. All those things are applicable in these roads also. Whenever we are applying a vehicle on the edges and a particular center span and the 1/3 of the span, what are the stresses developed in the bodies, all those will measures. Next one, portable laboratory tests. We need to collect some quantity of samples and we have to observe in labs. These are the stopping formulas normally we have used in the previous. F equal to v square by 2zd, v equal to velocity, d is the distance for traveling applying a brake, f is the friction factor. Next one, Sn equal to 100 into f, f equal to mass into velocity by total weight of the vehicle. This is the particular trial vehicles they are simply using for testing. Whenever the road surface is not having proper friction, automatically these liner will spray some quantity of tar on the road surface, and they will give some amount of friction. These are the problems for your understanding. Once you have to check, as previously we done by using an ambassador car and formulas AV into M into Z by M into V square by G into F. By using that formula, we have to calculate all those things.